OpenAI recently launched their new browser called Atlas, which is direct competition to Google's Chrome, which has been on the top spot for the last 10 years. Now, this provides a pivotal moment. In fact, it is the gravestone for traditional SEO. But anytime massive changes like this happen in any industry for that matter, there's always a great opportunity for those who are willing to act first. So if you're a service provider or a business owner, the opportunity that is literally in front of you right now is almost bigger than it was getting onto the internet in the 90s. I own a branding and marketing agency that has helped scale multiple brands from 0 to 7 figures using traditional search and marketing methods. And not so long ago, we saw these changes coming hard and fast, and so we were forced to help our businesses navigate these changes so they didn't bleed out and didn't lose their source of traffic. So it doesn't matter if you're a business owner or a service provider, this video will break down the overarching strategy that we use to help our clients navigate these changes so you can basically take it and apply it for yourself. This is not a technical video, but it's a clear overview of how to navigate these changes over the coming months, because to be perfectly honest, things are heating up and it's only getting faster. And like I said previously, those that can adapt and change when things get flipped on its head are the ones who are going to make a lot of money. Now, OpenAI's recent launch of Atlas, alongside Google launching AI search mode, marks a huge and pivotal change in the way traditional searching has taken place. And to be honest, I'm really glad about these changes. It makes it so much easier for us as a consumer to find products and find services that we actually want to use, rather than typing in keywords into Google and searching down a list of 100 different links. The solutions are going to be delivered to you on a silver platter. And this makes total sense, because if you think about what people are actually asking AI on a daily basis, they're asking it incredibly personal questions. Where should I go shopping? What product should I buy? What should I do about this situation? My spouse is, being a complete nightmare. How do I navigate this as well? So you can imagine that people who have incredibly problematic things going on in their life, people who are struggling with things, are on ChatGPT looking for solutions. Now, yes, provided the AI is going to typically try and answer it as best as it can. But when people are searching for high intent things such as, please show me or please find me the best service provider in this industry, or please find me the best coach to help me with this problem, that is when it's going to start delivering actual recommendations to real people and real businesses. And so if you're serious about the future of AI search and how people are going to actually be searching for solutions, this is where you want to be looking. Because just from a usability standpoint, AI search offers a way better experience than traditional searching methods. Even if people are, used to searching on Instagram for coaches, I would much rather ask an AI who could just scan through 100 different ones and give me the best recommendation. Now, this offers two problems. And the first problem is that people who don't actually understand marketing or have a digital footprint are going to get completely crushed by a small minority of coaches, people, service providers, businesses who are digitally optimized and are actually optimized for this new era of search. And so it has literally never been more important to be optimized for this digital era. It is no longer good enough to simply have a completely static website or just an Instagram page for that matter. If you or any of your clients are in that position, it is going to be incredibly difficult for you to actually find the people you are most suited to serve. And like I said previously, anytime massive changes like this happen in an industry, there's a huge advantage for a small minority of people. And you can do a little test now. Go ahead and ask ChatGPT to find the top 5 service providers in your industry. Chances are it's not going to be you. And if it's not going to be you, you have an opportunity now to actually do certain things that will help you rank higher in AI search. Now, these changes are fatal for traditional SEO, because being able to rank on Google doesn't actually have anything to do with ranking on AI search. And if you want a technical explanation on how AI actually searches, check this video out that I shot the other day. It goes deeper into the technical analysis of how to actually do these things. But what's important for you to understand is that traditional web search uses a different function to AI web search. So previously, brands that owned traditional SEO through ranking number 1 or 2 on Google are not actually going to be the first recommendation for AI search. And so, like I said previously, that gives people like you and I a huge advantage over big traditional businesses. And it allows you to actually leapfrog the competition and build something that speaks to machines far better than brands that are optimized for traditional SEO. So what I want to look at now is how generative engine optimization is reshaping the industry compared to traditional SEO. So the core difference that makes this change really exciting is that when people are searching for things on AI, they're searching for incredibly specific, tailored solutions. So in traditional web search, people would have searched things like hiking boots, and then a bunch of links would appear for some of the best hiking boots available. Now, what people are doing are searching in, hey, look, I'm climbing Mount Everest in a few weeks' time. I really want some fantastic hiking boots that are mobile but are also good at insulating heat. And so the difference between this is the fact that AI doesn't just look for keywords; it understands intent, context, and reputation. And that is precisely where the opportunity lies for you. Broad offers are going to die and tailored solutions are going to rise. And that creates a really exciting opportunity for small business owners to actually optimize for the new era of AI search and communicate a very specific and tailored transformation. So that basically means big businesses that offer a solution to everyone are going to be less likely to be surfaced and ranked and cited by brands and solutions which are incredibly tailored. And this plays into the whole fact that the future of online shopping is an incredibly personalized experience, because OpenAI's database has an incredible amount of personal data about everyone using it. That means hyper-targeted, hyper-personalized offers are the ones that are going to do the best. And so the more specific that you can get around the problems that you're solving for a very specific select few people, which is your ideal client persona, and then create hyper-targeted content answering those problems on your website, you're not only going to get new leads coming into your business, you're going to get extremely hot leads delivered to you on a silver platter. Because if AI connects your website to someone's personal chat and says, hey, check this out, I really recommend this brand, think about the trust factor that has just been overcome. Where in the past, you would have had to spend months and months, years and years, and huge amounts of budget on nurturing people over time, where because people trust AI and the recommendations it gives, the trust factor is completely taken care of. And that's why we'll start to see a shift from big players selling to millions and millions of people and more people trying to sell to thousands of people, because there are still millions of dollars on the table, serving a very niche, specific few amount of people. And so if your business and product is not tied to a very specific problem and solution, then AI is going to completely look over you and choose someone that is. Now, that doesn't mean you have to go from niche to niche to niche, but it just means that your entire digital footprint needs to be completely tailored around the specific problems you solve for people and the specific solutions that you offer. Now, if you want to learn how to do that specifically and technically, you can check out the video that I mentioned before. But what's really important for you to understand is that the way people are searching is far more specific and it's far more in natural language. It's like they're speaking to another person as opposed to, traditional web search where it's keyword based all of the time. Now, let's take a look at how this shift affects specific industries and who is going to be rising first. If you're a local service provider, like a gym, a health store, a clinic, a dentist, you can dominate your local space by training AI to recommend you first. What AI search loves the most is locality and proximity to the person who's actually searching for something. And in most instances, the local competition is going to be so easy to outrank. And because literally no one is doing this yet. So there's such a first mover advantage for any local businesses who want to basically tap into this. Another example, that I just thought about. So when I went down to rent a car the other day, I was like, oh my goodness, this is screaming out to be AI optimized. Because when I was trying to find a car rental place here in Cape Town, I was searching in ChatGPT and some of the ones that came up were complete old archaic websites. So it still works for local businesses, but these businesses aren't even trying. So imagine if you actually tried, it would be so easy to outrank these big archaic websites if you just follow some of the specific practices. And even if you're watching this video and thinking, dang, I could actually provide GEO as a service, you could go into big cities and offer this as a service for them, and people will be willing to pay you if you can go to them, type into ChatGPT, and if their brand isn't actually showing up there, say, hey, look, you've got a real problem and I'm happy to help you solve it. The next opportunity is service providers and agencies. Now, if you think about the fact that people are searching for specific specific solutions to problems and your agency or your client's agency is specifically tailored to solve that problem, again, a huge opportunity. But it is no longer good enough just to have a beautiful looking website. It needs to be optimized on the back end. And especially for agencies and service providers, there's a huge opportunity to actually add another income stream and another offer, which is an incredibly hot topic right now, to offer GEO optimization as a service, where the ultimate outcome that you'll be offering people is actually delivering hot, high intent leads directly to their inbox. I recently spoke to one of my friends in London who runs a boutique accountancy firm, and he says that he gets 3 to 4 hot leads delivered right into his email address every single week from people who are searching for a small accountancy firm, and it's already completely transforming the way his business operates. And the fact of the matter is, since 99% of agencies are still selling traditional SEO, you have an opportunity to literally be 12 months ahead of the competition if you can act early. Now here's where things get interesting. It's in the e-commerce and online product space, and really e-commerce brands are going to be the biggest losers unless they can adjust quickly. Because if you'll have seen recently, OpenAI has announced a connection between Shopify and Stripe directly. That means Shopify and e-commerce brands are going to be selling and taking purchases and actually transacting inside ChatGPT itself. So the e-commerce brands, if you're selling a product online and you are not GEO optimized, you're going to be losing out massively. And so if you're looking to offer GEO optimization as a service, targeting e-commerce brands is a huge opportunity and a huge goldmine. And you can go to them, prepare a little document which shows them how the industry is shifting to hyper-personalized shopping directly in ChatGPT. So if you can create a system where you can help them generate content that speaks directly to machines, you're going to have people knocking down your door. And so as you can see, in every industry possible, there are huge opportunities for you to potentially offer GEO as a service to people, because right now, no one is doing it. People are just kind of waiting, ooh, like what's happening with AI? There's a lot of anxiety around it. And anytime there's a lot of anxiety and uncertainty and doubt amongst people, there's always an opportunity for someone like you to step in and offer a clear, coherent service for them. Now, optimizing for AI is more of a systematic process as opposed to a creative one. And there are plenty of experts out there that can help you do it. And I'm sure there's 100 more YouTube videos which are sort of explaining how this works. But one of the most important things for you to do if you want to be at the cutting edge of what's actually happening is join a community of people who are actually building these sites on a daily basis for their clients and getting real world results. Because one of the craziest things about this is that the game is changing on a weekly basis. So it's very, very difficult to actually stay at the cutting edge of what's happening, because honestly, OpenAI, Google, they're releasing updates every single week. And the people who are, trialing the tactics from a few weeks to a few months ago are already dead in the water. And so if you're serious about taking this opportunity with both hands, because like I said previously, it's similar to being on the internet in the 90s, then what you need to do is get involved with a community where these cutting edge strategies are being taught on a weekly basis. Now, there's already a few communities which are teaching these things, but if you've watched this video to this point, then I recommend joining us. Inside our Brave Brand community, we have a step-by-step process and a sprint program that will help you rank #1 in your niche in literally less than a month. This is a process we call building your digital home, and it's the same system that we've implemented with all of our agency clients who are doing millions of dollars in revenue. So you can be sure and confident that the strategies we teach are up to date and actually drive results. It doesn't matter if you're trying to build a digital home for your own business or if you're trying to offer this as a service, our processes will help you rank #1 in your niche and ensure you are well placed for domination online. So if you want to learn more about it, check out this video or check out the link in the description, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.